baby bus.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
A Fake Boxing Ace, Part 2.
Excuse me, could you tell me who's in charge? We really want to meet him.
Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman felt a bit nervous as one of the hamsters eyeballed them from head to toe.
Hey now, Lab. I'm afraid he knows we're cops now.
You guys! Hey, you're welcome to join us. If you have any questions at all, our coach can answer them for you.
Oh, whew. Thank you.
Upon hearing the invitation from the smug, tiny hamster, Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman said thanks quickly with resignation. The hamster nodded in satisfaction, glancing around furtively, and then made a beeline towards a tree in the distance.
Master Quilliam! Mr. Quilliam! You've got visitors! Here are two of your admirers! They want to take up boxing from you!
Just then, a huge fat porcupine stepped out of the shade of the tree. The porcupine waddled over, his round belly wobbling and inflating like a big balloon.
So, you guys want to take up boxing from me? The boxing ace?
Quilliam the porcupine started to introduce himself in a leisurely manner as he looked at Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman up and down.
You see? Over there. The animal banging his head against the equipment is currently practicing defensive boxing. And look here. The animal kicking the horizontal bar with his leg is practicing shadow kicks. You see? Not everyone can learn my boxing techniques. However, if you can afford the tuition, I'll guarantee to train you to be a better fighter than the boxing champion, Rocky Balboa.
Sheriff Labrador looked at all the animals who were practicing boxing. They winced in pain with every punch or kick at the fitness equipment. Quilliam yelled at them impatiently.
Stop crying. Boxing requires hard work and dedication. You're not cut out to be boxers. No pain, no gain. If you can't take it, just quit now. But your tuition is non-refundable.
The members of the Hee-ho Hee-ho Boys bowed their heads and ramped up their intensity, practicing even harder. Seeing that, Officer Doberman could not help grabbing the porcupine by the shoulder with rage.
Hey now, Quilliam. You're not even teaching boxing. If these animals keep doing what you're teaching them, they will not only damage the public fitness equipment, but are likely to get hurt. Give them back their tuition and let them go home.
Just then, a hamster practicing defensive boxing fell to the ground with a thud, foaming at the mouth, appearing to be unconscious. Not far away, a hamster practicing shadow kicks screamed, wailing in pain.
Ouch! I think I broke my leg! Oh.
Quilliam grew red and shook Officer Doberman off.
Humph! Give them back their tuition? That's ridiculous. I've worked hard to cheat them. To teach them. What do you know? These are the newest boxing techniques and learning methods. I can see that you're not here to take up boxing. You're here to start trouble.
Quilliam, his eyes darting back and forth, beckoned the animals practicing nearby.
Guys, these two came here to steal our turf. Get rid of them.
What? Got it!
The hamsters banging against the fitness equipment suddenly surrounded Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman.
We are a strong group. Today, you're gonna get a taste of the Hee-ho Hee-ho Boys.
Quilliam curled his lip, looking smug.
Hey now, this looks like trouble. Lab, if we start a fight, these uninformed animals might get hurt.
Sheriff Labrador frowned. Suddenly, he shouted at Quilliam.
Hey, Quilliam, you said you were a boxing ace. Well, do you dare to fight my partner one-on-one?
Hey now, that's right, you and me.
Quilliam looked at the tall Officer Doberman, and his eyes darted back and forth.
I'm not gonna fight.
Sure thing! He'll beat you up and leave you black and blue!
Before he could give the reason for his refusal, the hamsters answered for him.
The great Quilliam can knock you down with one punch! Right, Mr. Quilliam?
Huh? Well,
Right! Mr. Quilliam! Show him a thing or two!
Yeah, come on!
Beat him up! Beat him up!
What if they find out I know nothing about boxing and I cheated them out of their tuition? Then I'll be up the creek without a paddle.
Quilliam was forced to make a tough decision.
Well, of course I will. Check it out, guys. I'll show you something amazing on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Quilliam suddenly threw a punch at Officer Doberman. Officer Doberman, with his excellent hand-eye coordination, dodged his fist with a very quick sidestep.
Yo! Hey now, that was a cheap shot!
I call it a clever trick. 1, 2, 3. Taste of my right hook.
Quilliam repeated the old trick, suddenly throwing a punch at Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman. But the two seemed to be aware of his intentions, anticipating his attack. Sheriff Labrador and Officer Doberman looked at each other, then jumped sideways. Quilliam lost his balance and crashed into the parallel bars. Then he fell flat on his back.
That hurts. Oh, it really hurts. Oh. A wise animal knows when to retreat. I'm out of here.
You won't get away this time.
Quilliam ducked down, covering his head with his hands, and was ready to burrow into the grass. When suddenly, rip! Quilliam was so fat that his pants burst at the seams.
Holy moly!
Quilliam blushed immediately and covered his butt with his hands.
Quilliam, I'm Sheriff Labrador from the Forestville Police Department.
And I'm Officer Doberman.
What?
You are suspected of fraud and organizing vandalism.
Come with us to the police station.
The hamsters finally realized they had been tricked when they saw Quilliam's embarrassment.
Huh? He knows nothing about boxing!
You are a fraud! Give us back our tuition!
Oh, alas. All right, I was wrong. Take me to the police station now, Sheriff Labrador. On the way there, please buy me a new pair of pants.